What's going on, y'all? Michael from Only Human. So there's a passport bro by the name of BMT Travels. He's a passport coper, as I like to call him. He's one of these guys who's always talking about hate for the passport bros. And hate is a word that people use now to kind of deflect because they don't really have an answer for criticism. Hate is a word that's just thrown out there when people have something to say about a particular person or a group of people or a movement, as they like to call passport bros, and they don't really have, like I said, an answer for it. They just kind of label it as hate so they can dismiss it. It's kind of just the classic deflection that people use. BMT, I've heard over and over again talking about the hate for the passport bros. Why is there so much hate for the passport bros? Why are people so against the passport bros? Why is blah, 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 on and on? I've heard him go over this a million times when, he knows and pretty much everyone understands why they get so much criticism, why they get so much pushback. And I found this video from, it says 1 year ago when he was talking to another guy. I don't know if this guy identifies as a passport bro, but he is a black man. He's a traveler. And BMT asked him this same question that he always asks: why is there so much hate against the passport bros? And this guy gives him the actual answer. And still, after this interview, BMT goes on and on about why is there so much hate for the passport bros. It's like I said, they're reframing the narratives. They don't want to accept what's really going on. They want to change the story around and give the story that they want to make public and kind of cope with the situation. And this is the clip that I saw. Let's check it out.
Mm-hmm.
No, not at all.
Okay. And in your opinion, why do you think that this passport bro ideology is getting so much controversy? Because we've been talking about traveling for years. As a matter of fact, you was one of my first guests, and you went mini viral. And we did. And keep in mind, I think you had maybe couple hundred thousand views, right? And we were seeing the comment section, right? It was like, damn, what's going on? So we saw inklings of some of the hate early on. But why do you think it's just so, controversial now?
Yeah, I caught a little bit of heat for that video on your interview and the one I did with O'Shea. But that was 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
That was 3 years ago. And I think at that time you had not even 3,000 subscribers.
No, I didn't. I think, man, I had maybe 1,200 subscribers when I interviewed you, bro.
Yeah. And now you got over 20?
Yeah, right at 21.5, something like that, man. Still building, but it's getting up there.
This is what I think. I think passport bros are catching a lot of heat because some guys are comparing the women in other countries to American women. And some even point out specifically American black women. I think that's the crux of the whole beef, I think. The other reasons are kind of offshoots of that. But the biggest reason is that we're comparing the women in these other countries to American black women. But even the ones that talk about, that don't even single out American black women, they automatically assume that we are, because we're black. You know what I'm saying? So,
Now, this last part that he said that people kind of assume that they're talking about American black women, I will agree with that. Like, a lot of the times when the passport pros are talking their shit about Western women, people will just kind of automatically say that they're attacking black women, when a lot of them, for the most part, are just talking about Western women. Is just the way they phrase it. But really, a lot of them are talking about American black women. You can see it in the little memes they post and some of the other things they do in the countries that they go to and the ones they don't go to. You can tell that a lot of them, even if they don't say it directly, are aiming their vitriol towards black American women. But the guy basically told him the real deal, like what we all already know. He said it because they basically compare Western women and women overseas. And when they do that, what they always do is shit talk the so-called Western or American women, and this, of course, is the reason why they get all the pushback. And because people don't like to be accountable for what they do, they try to just make up reasons for things like getting negative feedback for the things they do. They don't want to acknowledge what it is that brought about that negative feedback because, people just aren't accountable. And there was another point that was made that I wanted to comment on.
So I think that's the biggest part of the beef.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else
And
is secondary. All the other points are secondary, in my opinion.
that's true. That's true. And
All the other points are secondary. This is the main reason why they get so much negative feedback, is because they talk so much shit about a large group of women or a large group of people.
in our interviews, man, we cover a lot of stuff besides the women. Really, we talk about being a global citizen, buying property over in Brazil, cost of living. We talk about all different.
I'm sure you do, BMT, but you know that the main focus is on women.
Different types of subjects, because it's a lot that goes on when you trying to make that transition to a whole entire another country, number one, or spend long amounts of time in a country. And we talk about, because you speak Portuguese pretty much fluently, we talk about learning a different language as well. So I think like that's the part that kind of gets at me a little bit, because I'm like, bro, we talk about so many other things. We kind of have moved on from that. That's not really our talking points. Those are guys talking about.
Well, who are you saying when you say our? Maybe you're talking about yourself. I don't listen to you enough to know how much shit you're talking about Western women, but I know you do a lot of this coping and kind of deflect away from the real reason why you guys get so much pushback. But you know damn well there are a lot of representatives of Passport Bros that harp on how shitty Western women are. So I hope you aren't trying to act like this is not something that we as Passport Bros really do and that we're moving away from, because that's bullshit.
That's in the States. That's not really travelers like that.
To be honest with you, I'm tired of talking about dating in the United States, because I've been talking about this stuff for the past 10 years, and it's like it's kind of like I'm rehashing the same thing over and over again. I'm kind of tired of talking about it. But because I'm not in the States, I don't date in the States anymore. So it's like it's not my reality no more. So why harp on it? You know what I'm saying?
That's the other thing I always wondered. If you have so-called escaped the matrix and you have left this thing that is shitty for something that is so much better, why would you continue to harp on this thing that you've left behind that is so shitty? It doesn't even affect your life anymore. You're supposed to be living your best life. If this is true, what you would be doing is talking about what you're doing in your new best life. You wouldn't continue to harp on this thing that it's not even part of your life anymore. It doesn't make sense. There are reasons why they do this, because one, they want some kind of, they want the women who have rejected them to feel bad. And they would like for this movement to grow and everyone to reject the Western women, the ones that these guys have dealt with that have kind of just kicked them to the curb their whole lives. And they want to come back and laugh. Look, none of us want you anymore, so we're all going to sit here and laugh while we get what we need over here in these other foreign women. But if you don't deal with this anymore, why continue to talk about it? This guy, I don't know if he identifies as a passport bro, like I said, but some of the things that I heard him saying make more sense. It's a lot more logical than some of the coping that the other passport bros are doing. This guy, BMT, he seems like he'd be, like a decent dude. Like he could be the homie, but he got caught up in this weird ass manosphere passport bro stuff, and he spouts a lot of bullshit, and there's a lot of coping going on. It's like, I don't know, that's just what makes it so pathetic. But anyway, man, I'm not trying to shit on your boy BMT Travels. I just interested in all this whole manosphere, passport bro stuff, and I just see a lot of bullshit, But anyway, Michael from Only Human, I'm out.